Stony Brook's having a little trouble with the clear despite being able to force the turnover so far today.
The midfield and defense of this team are creating opportunities for USC. Just attacking-wise, they're unable to capitalize.
So both teams with great interior defense for almost half of the first half. We approach the 5-minute mark. It's still 6-2 Stony Brook.
Yeah, everyone's getting a stick on everyone in both of these zone defenses.
Now over the back of the cage is Sophia Donovan. Donovan trying to push it inside against Verholst. Nobody's available. She'll have to move it out. Can't find anyone to throw it to. She'll have to go to the back of the cage for McMahon. McMahon over to the backside of Morris, and we have a foul called away from the ball. Now Hierney will be able to draw a foul against Stony Brook. She'll head to the free position line for a free position opportunity.
I think it's been about half the period since they had a free position opportunity.
Rain's really coming down. I think this may really starting to affect the game. Heaney going for her shot. Well saved by Halsall.
That one upstairs, a quick fire too from the first home of USC. That one a line drive straight to Halsall, able to pop it up and catch that one for stick.
Like I said, the defense for Stony Brook and Halsall really putting up quite a show today. Hart will now go to the back of the cage for Ole Miller. She'll go to the left for Considine. Stony Brook back in USC territory, trying to make it 7-2 after there hasn't been any goals in a very long time. Stony Brook had 6 goals in the first half against USC the last time they played. Ole Miller trying to push it inside, going out to Kennedy. Kennedy is taking a shot. Well guarded again by Hertford, but Kennedy will pick it back. Shot clock resets.
That was the first opening the Stony Brook team has had in a few minutes offensively. That time, one-on-one with the goalie. Kennedy went downstairs, but again, the USC defense rotated, slid down low to cover, and were able to get in that goalie circle.
Foul called against USC, so now Allie Kennedy on that free position opportunity again. Allie Kennedy missed her last attempt against Hertford. So pushing it inside, going for a shot. She scores! And she gets it past Hartford this time, and it's 7-2 Stony Brook.
What a play by Allie Kennedy. The most dangerous player in the NCAA when it comes to free position opportunities. Knocks it down once again. As a result, 7-2 lead after what has been a long scoring drought. The last time a goal was scored, Taryn O'Miller back at 11 minutes 43 seconds. So, look at Kennedy's goal now. It's just over 8 minutes since the last score.
So just about 8 minutes later, separating Taryn O'Miller and Allie Kennedy's goals, with Stony Brook now taking their largest lead of the game. They have a 5-goal lead with 3:52 to go in the first half. Stony Brook really showing that they have a great game offensively. USC has had a lot of good moments defensively. That's why USC is one of the top 15 teams in the country as of this week.
Yeah, they've just really done a good job, both of these teams. It's an obvious point, but they're not letting most of the easy shots go in. There's no layups here, like we saw last week for both of these teams. They're not just letting them get in front of the goalie at will. Everyone's working hard, defense everywhere on the field, and making every shot and virtually every pass, you have to work for it a lot harder than most cases.
I think the rain may also, as I said, affecting how both teams have been playing so far. You've been hearing how USC has had a lot of turnovers so far, not good passes that Stony Brook's been able to capitalize. So another face-off between Bakes and Verholst. And it's draw controls won by Allie Kennedy. She is just way faster than Sophia Donovan to pick up the ball.
You put way faster than anyone on that list, and you'd be right. You say faster than you and me, and you'd be right.
Even so, with her speed, USC has had a pretty good opportunity so far today, as Allie Kennedy is looking pretty strong as well. She has 2 goals so far, one away from her hat trick. Now Kaylee Huff with possession gets over to Considine. 3:20 left in the first half. Kaylin Hart moving to the back of the cage, looking to set somebody up. She'll have to go out instead to Considine. Now back to Kennedy as she gets to Huff. Stony Brook trying to fight through the rain. No telling how long this will last for. Kaylin Hart with possession of the ball right near the 8-meter arc. She'll have to move out to the back of the cage instead for Considine. Trying to push her way in. A little spin move around the back of the cage, working her way around with a little dance. Has to dish it back out to Kennedy as we approach 35 in the shot clock. Ellie Macera checking in for her first action today. Kaylin Hart now has possession. Back to Kennedy. Rafferty with it. Rafferty has a goal so far. Now it's Kaylee Huff. Kaylee Huff trying to push it inside. She goes for a shot. And refs call a whistle, and they'll say it's a goal. And the former Trojan gets herself on the board for her second goal of the season. 8-2 Stony Brook.
That one was a statement goal by Huff. Did it plenty of times over at USC the past 3 seasons. That time said, oh, I remember this defense and I know how to counter it. It's a great job cutting on the left side of the arc, up the middle, and finding the opening. All the Trojans could do was draw a foul. Even that wasn't enough to stop a headstrong Huff from getting on the board for the second time in this contest.
No doubt. Seems like Kaylee Huff, knowing how USC's defense works, remembering how USC defense works, is a lot more eventful, more of an impact than USC's defense, remembering how Kaylee Huff used to operate offensively. Because Huff is still part of an elite squad that she has known throughout her entire college career. So another face-up with 2:37 to go in the first half. Stony Brook now up 8-2. Ball's up in the air. Once again, the draw control is won by Candy. And Stony Brook winning these draw controls has really proven to be the big factor as to why they have the lead that they do.
9 draw control victories on 11 attempts so far.
Just 2 days ago, Stony Brook surrendered 4 goals in the first half to a less than impressive squad in Boston University. And now so far, with 2 minutes to go in the first half, they've only allowed 2 goals to number 15.
It's definitely been, I think, the most impressive part of this game, even with the scoring Stony Brook's doing. These are 2 very tight, very impressive defenses. And Stony Brook has gotten better of him through the first half of action.
Yeah, with Joe Spallina really being able to use that 2 days to improve the defense. That's old Miller with a chance. She had her ball knocked away, and she was brought down to the ground just as USC was about to force a turnover. It's a Stony Brook's ball because of the foul. And now old Miller at the 8-meter arc, going to the free position for a free position opportunity.
Yeah, that time Claudia Shevitz tried to force the turnover, but stood in the path of Miller, kind of like a screen, was able to draw the charging foul. Gets called for it instead.
So from the right wing of the arc, old Miller facing straight down against Hertford. Gets the whistle, takes her shot, she scores! Old Miller going straight down, no problem against Hertford, and Stony Brook has started to get back into a little scoring run over these last few minutes. After 8 minutes separated separated 2 goals the entire game between Old Miller and Kennedy, it's now 3 more straight goals by the Seawolves.
And Hertford remembered the last goal Miller made down low. So when she went for the free position prevent, she went down low over stick, down to about where her hips were. Problem was, O'Miller strategized that and was able to shoot it up top past her head and still connected at the left window for the score.
O'Miller now reaches the hat trick for the first time this season, and she is up to 3 goals today with an assist, putting up 4 points so far. Stony Brook's up 9-2 with less than 2 minutes to go before